March Mayhem continues on NorCal Sports TV from Venture Academy in Stockton. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. The Young Guns just took a devastating loss to Showtime. Now they're back for back-to-back games, this time facing JMJ and a swat to start it off. Ruben Mays, the sophomore, denying the shot down low. JMJ will stay with it. The Young Guns defense starting off hot as they did in the first game, but the defense only held for 17 minutes before Showtime was able to bounce on top and never look back. Deep shot, no good. The other way for the Young Guns, dipping down the shoulder, being fouled, will get free throws for Dylan Peter. First one down the hatch from Peter. Peter gets them both from the charity stripe, and now for JMJ, leading it up, it's Jarek Melton. Melton now on the left side wing, trying to create some space with the handles. The 15-footer front iron, put back, not going to go. Ball loose and finally brought down by Dylan Peter. And try to use his speed to beat out the pressure, but the black jersey staying in front of him. JMJ in black, Young Guns in the white and red. On the attack. Here's the drive, the Euro, the float, not going to hit. The Drew, not quite on it. Young Guns trying to create some fouls. Ruben Mays not fooling anybody there. 2-0 start for the Young Guns. Both points coming from the charity stripe. Perkins misses everything on the three ball. Adds some PSI to it. Here's the drive, the right hand. Off rim, put back. That's able to go through. Noah Genesis St. Louis able to add 2 to the JMJ total, tie it up at 2 apiece. .15-foot fade away, got it to go. That's Ruben Mays. Turn, gets it to go. Had the defense flying by. That's Jarek Melton. JMJ answering everything so far. Here's the drive. The left hand somehow goes straight through. Young Guns playing back-to-back games. The energy level's not at their peak, and JMJ just starting off in their first game. Breaks off the black iron. Offensive rebound. Here's the drive. The right hand off mark from the Slim Reaper. There he is, though. Defensively gets a steal. 1-2 step over Perkins. Back iron. Pogo's out. Now the Young Guns have a 2-on-2 opportunity down the other way. Mays in a sea of black jerseys. Three, right side wing. Battles its way off, and now it's Charles Mappinow for the Young Guns. Bounce pass, backdoor, Perkins on the reverse. That won't go. JMJ getting a lot of great opportunities. They're getting those high percentage shots, just the ball not quite falling. It seems like they're a little afraid to get it above the rim, wanting to go for those little splash downs, the little nothing but net shots, but have to commit to the backboard or just at least commit to making those shots and get that ball up and over. Too many have not even been given the chance because of the lack of power. That's what's standing in the way of JMJ from having a lead. Inbound for the Young Guns, find Alfara. He had a big game. After he made his first basket, everything started to fall. Been a little quiet here in the first half of game 2 for them. Rebound to Connor Young. JMJ wasting no time to bring the ball down court. Melton calling for it on the left side wing. Finally gets the reception. 15-footer. Bounces up and over to weak side. 6 minutes through play, 6-4 score. Zach Basurdo, a freshman, able to slide down into 2 more points and double up the lead, 8-4. High screen, Melton, step back, thought about the shot, had not enough separation. 5-footer, denied. George Dea swatting that one the other direction. In the paint, denied again. This time it's Perkins. 3 on the outside, misses everything. Ball saved. Here's Alfara. He's got a 2-on-3. A triangle of JMJ players protecting the paint already. They're the first ones back. Ball out of bounds, and it goes in favor of JMJ as the substitutions start to ring in. Izzy Fuentes enters for the Young Guns, and for JMJ, coming off the bench is number 25, Brandon Blockafellow-Rooks. Eight for Young Guns, leading by 4. The spin, the dump down, a lid on the basket for JMJ. That one seemed to be halfway down, but somehow rims right off. Swing across to the corner. Ball movement continues. Alfara. Fuentes was going to set the screen. He passes it to him anyway. Now Alfara going for the 15-footer, laces the net. The Young Guns first to reach double digits. They're up by 6. Melton. Foul on the rebound. That goes against Tyler Christensen. Backdoor pass, a good find from Alfara. Basurdo didn't want to attack the rim. The 3-shot, nowhere close. Three on the way, a rattle and a bounce. A lot slower game than what we saw the Young Guns play against Showtime. Foul on the ground. That's against Fuentes. JMJ will bring the ball up as the clock ticks down to 8:40, and the Young Guns will make another substitution. This time it's Ugorji, the junior, to make his way into the lineup. Drive, right hand, off mark, put back. That one goes through. Jamin Pugh has the first JMJ bucket in minutes. 10-6, the score still low. The double team leads to a steal. Brandon Rooks gets fouled by Alfara, and Alfara just nods his head and says, yep, I knew it was coming. I was kind of surprised the whistle didn't come earlier. Foul called on the ground. JMJ inbound, right back to Rooks. Playing with the baseline. Playing with danger. Rooks denied by the backboard. Alfara thought about stepping right into a three. We saw that from Donnelly in the previous game from Showtime. Three from the corner. Alfara, he pulls the trigger. Pogo's off. Second chance, not going to go. And then Tyler Christensen throws it out the baseline, trying to bring it down for a board. Inbound, taken right away. Collision, a foul, and free throws. Oh for 2 at the free throw line, but an offensive board from the Slim Reaper. Steps up into a three. Landon McDaniels off mark from Curry's court, and they'll put back from Jamian Pugh. 2-point game now. JMJ closing the gap. Rebound from Rooks. A pass to the corner, out of reach from the intended target, Kai Roach. Substitutions coming in, the Young Guns making some moves, and roster changes from JMJ as well. 5.5 to go, 2-point game, 10-8 in this low-scoring affair. JMJ wants a timeout. I thought they were going to give it to him, actually. Officials blew the whistle, but they don't have possession, can't call the timeout. 5 minutes to go, 10-8. Drive, the kick, Fuentes. Good use of the glass, but didn't have the right angle. Ball playing Plinko in between the legs of the players. Sets up for three. Looks good. Too long. Offensive board. Sets up the Slim Reaper for three. Looks good. No, that won't go either. The attack, the steal. Here he goes again. Jamian tiptoes Pugh. Gives it away. Stepping back into three. That won't go either. Neither team has hit from deep. And Fuentes smokes the layup. Whether it's cigarettes or layups, smoking is bad, and Fuentes smokes the one there. Score remains 10-8 with 4 to go in the first half. JMJ looking for their first lead. Christensen riding all the way through. The Slim Reaper ties it up at 10 apiece. Alfara wants to take the lead back. This is what happened in the last game in the final minute. Showtime took the lead for the first time and never looked back. They led all the way to that final buzzer. Foul on the ground, blocking against Fuentes as Rooks collided down low against him. Inbound to Christensen, working against Perkins. Created some separation, just not enough to get that handle into a shot. Melton working towards the rim, wraps it with the right hand. Taken away by Rooks, turns, jumps, not going to go. Alfara wraps it down to Perkins. 3 on the way from the left side. Bounces out, offensive board, and yet again, JMJ will get it down low. And a foul against the Young Guns. Three from Rooks, misses it all. Two minutes left in the first, tied at 10 apiece. Up and down three, no. Leading pass, Melton with ease. JMJ has a lead. It's the same time in the last game that the Young Guns gave up the lead that ultimately ended up with a loss. Young Guns hoping to go 1-1 on the day. (12-10) JMJ with less than a minute. Young Guns hoping to either tie it or have a lead going into the half. Be the second time that they haven't done that. Rooks smartly moves away from that ball. Could have got called for a goaltending. Right now JMJ not only has a lead, but they have a 4-point lead. Tiptoes. 14-10 with 20 seconds left in the half. JMJ switching their defense to man. 3 on the way. Off mark, and the buzzer goes JMJ after being down somewhat big in the first half. Now leads by 4, 14-10 after the first 18 minutes. We'll be back for the second half after this message from the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. March Mayhem on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Through 18 minutes of play, JMJ leading by 4. And starting off the second half, the Young Guns with a quick bucket. 14-12, 18 minutes down, 18 minutes to go. JMJ, they were down quite a bit in the first half. They were down the whole time, but in the final 90 seconds, they took the lead and didn't look back, and that's exactly how the Young Guns' first game played out. They were up for 17 minutes, and the final minute of the first half started to go down and never took the lead again, and they're hoping that's not the same outcome in this really low-scoring affair compared to what we saw in the previous game. Here's the attack from Christensen. Finds the outside. That's Rooks. Offense in motion for the Young Guns. Here's Perkins. No penetration. 3 outside. No. Selfara missing the deep ball. Brooks on the attack. Tries to lay it in. Misses up close, but fouled at the same time. Brooks able to hit one from the free throw line. And the Young Guns come down, knock down the deuce, 17-14, just a 3-point game. Still plenty more to go. Thank you for watching March Mayhem on NorCal Sports TV. We'll have a couple more games for you today, and tomorrow we'll have a couple as well. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned to NorCal Sports TV on YouTube. Follow us along on all the social media platforms as well. Don't miss anything from all Northern California sports. There is Christensen once again flying to the rack, adding 2 more to the total of 19. Corner 3 on the way, throws the dart, gets the bullseye. We are tied at 19 apiece after Basurdo is able to hit from the corner. Oh my goodness! Melton throws it up for Rooks to throw it down. JMJ right back on top, 21-19, with a highlight reel play from Melton to Rooks. JMJ answers, or rather Young Guns answer with the 3 to take the lead. The JMJ right now just having that momentum. Ball rims out after the floater from Fee Yeezy. Alfara double teamed. Top of the arc, deep 2, won't go. Offensive board in a sea of black jerseys. He's fouled. And we'll look back at this from Melton to Rooks, going baseline, backdoor, the two-handed jam, and the daily dose of iron from Rooks. (22-21) Young Guns after the foul, inbounding on the baseline. Quick inbound, Perkins. Defender didn't split. Perkins in the basket just allowed him to go right up and in, just like Houston yesterday. Able to get their victory and move on to the Elite Eight. And carry call, both officials stopping play there. We'll call that the officials' easiest call of the day. Melton handing off high. Wraparound down. All 5 white jerseys collapse on the inside, but it's not enough to stop Jamie and Tiptoes Pugh. Six minutes down in the second half, a 1-point game. Young Guns battling harder in the second half than what we saw in their matchup earlier. Perkins, deep ball. Got it. Perkins hits the deep 3, has the Young Guns back up by 4 in the matter of a second. Another one, back-to-back threes for the Young Guns. And it's a 7-point lead as JMJ is going to want to talk about it. 30-23 in the second half. It's March Mayhem on NorCal Sports TV. March Mayhem on NorCal Sports TV. It's a 7-point game. The Young Guns hitting back-to-back threes has boosted their lead to 7. We'll see if they can continue that or if JMJ will make a return. They're not letting this game get out of reach. They've battled back in all scenarios, even taking the lead before halftime. Perkins hit 1 3, can't hit 2, is thrown out of bounds. Last touched by number 3, George Dea. The Slim Reaper trying to drive through, gets it across to Connor Young. The ball continues to move around the outside as the Young Guns defense motioning in with them. A nice Euro step and a float with the right hand, drops it right down in. We'll see if JMJ's defense can now make a stop and bring them back a little bit closer. Alfara slowly getting up the court, looking at his options, looking baseline. Now he goes left side wing. 10 minutes to go. Perkins, last 3 possessions, trying to go from deep. He's only hit 1. Melton grabs and goes. Christensen, who's off to his right, had to go all the way left as the ball nearly went backcourt. Melton, he's got the lane and he travels before he wraps it up and under. Unfortunate for JMJ, could have brought it to within 3, but now it stays at 5 and the Young Guns get control. Mays exits for the Young Guns, and in the place is Charles Mapineau. Alfara just yo-yoing near midcourt. Milton finally stepping up to play some defense. Alfara to the corner, Perkins. 4 straight possessions. He's got 2 from deep as he knocks down another. Rooks back in play for JMJ. Lost the handle, but then got it back, gets the bucket, and an old-fashioned three-point play. Rooks will be at the line for one more. (33-27). Young Guns with Perkins. He's taken deep shots in the last couple of possessions. I'd like to see him drive, be more aggressive like we saw in the game against Showtime, but trying to showcase his shooting abilities instead in this matchup. A nice dish from Alfara, but the 15-footer rims out. Rooks, an easy rebound for him. Going straight down the middle against Perkins. Sidesteps. Mid-range won't go. Picked up by Dea. Led to Alfara. A hand on it by the defense. Connor Young. Fantastic pressure against him, but it's not enough to stop. Christensen slides into a 3. Poe goes out. Rebound to Rooks and an easy putback. Flying it up with the right hand. Here's Perkins again. Goes to the 15-foot line. Now slides across. Extended to Alfara, whose 3 is off and down to Rooks. He's played a fantastic game. Could be the way this game goes. It needs to go through Rooks for JMJ to have a comeback unless somebody steps up in full. Melton misses everything. Rooks, he's there for the offensive board. Takes the shot, knocks it down. 1, 2, 3. JMJ 4-3 and down by 3. JMJ switching back to man defense. We saw them do that in the final minute of the first half. Bringing it back. Closing out the second. Rooks protecting the paint. Ball movement to the outside continues until Mappinow drives, floats from 15. And now a timeout from JMJ. They're back down by 5 with 5:33 to go in the second. 5.5 to go. The Young Guns leading by 5 over JMJ. It's March Mayhem on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Thank you for joining me throughout the day and throughout the weekend. We'll have more games for you tomorrow as well. Make sure to subscribe to NorCal Sports TV to know when we go live. Rooks knocks down yet another three. That's his second in the last minute, keeping JMJ within a score. Perkins, he's been showcasing his shooting abilities. This time finally drives against Rooks and gets it to drop down. JMJ currently everything going through Rooks. It's the reason why they've made the comeback all the way through. Count this and one. A possible three-point play for Rooks. So he can cut the lead down to 1. (39-38). Time ticking down. Perkins, 3, front iron. Chased back by Perkins. Melton in on the mix. And the whistle came just a second late. It calls for the jump ball. It favors JMJ, and Melton was hoping to just get the ball and move down court, but a little bit too much share of possession actually leads JMJ to get the ball. Rooks underneath, he does it again, and JMJ back with a lead, 40-39 in the final 4 minutes. The Young Guns now with urgency. Perkins off again from deep. The 3 ball, he's hit a couple, but it's not enough to really push them ahead and continue to go to it. Rooks extends the lead now to 3. Rooks has done it all. He can hit from the outside. He drives in. Great finisher at the rack. On the other side, Perkins, he showed us his ability to get to the rim and to finish down low. Again, Showtime now shooting the 3. Not necessarily inaccurate, but just not consistent, and that's what's hurt the Young Guns and put them behind. Inbound, shot, 3, no good. Perkins again missing from deep. Young Guns need to find a different answer. Alfara trying to wrap around Melton. His defensive presence continues to stay installed in front of Alfara. 3 on the way, right side wing, halfway in, and falls out. Melton will take it down for JMJ, looking to extend their lead with quickness. Melton denied by the rim. Young Guns a chance to tie or come within 1. Young Guns starting to slow it down. Alfara trying to back down, gets away from one, pumps away from the other, gets around Rooks. And now the Young Guns, 42-41. Christensen holds. Dea steps up. Now Rooks nearly lost it. High screen, Rooks, 3. Goes long, a collision down low. No whistle until the shot goes through. Christensen will have a 3-point play. 44-41 and a chance to get one more and extend it to a 4-point game. Perkins will head down to the block as the Slim Reaper looks to put 45 on the board. Second half. A lot more high scoring than what we saw in the first 18 minutes. Final minute. Game is within 10. The clock will stop when needed, like now. Quick inbound. Perkins drops it down in. 44-43. It's a 1-point game. Time ticking down. Less than 50. The Young Guns, it looked like they were trying to foul. Don't need that right now with only a 1-point game. Rooks Goes up, denied by the rim. Could have had an easy deuce, but instead they'll have the ball on the baseline as it's last touched by the Young Guns. Inbound, disrupted, thrown out. Rooks is the one that's there, and a hug from behind. Foul call on the ground, and then an extra foul, I believe. Technical foul that'll be called against number 21, Ruben Mays. Rooks misses the first. Rooks bounces in the second. 2-point game, 45-43. 37 seconds remain. And a timeout called. It'll be JMJ when we return after this. .37 seconds remain. It's the JMJ leading the Young Guns, and a quick foul from the Young Guns. That is foul number 6 against the Young Guns. Another inbound. Rooks keeps it away. Now ball is loose. The Young Guns, a chance to tie, but the Slim Reaper comes flying in. You don't know when he's going to show up, and all of a sudden he's in your face. The Slim Reaper makes the difference as a foul on a reach-in after the steal. JMJ will be at the free throw line now for a 1-and-1. Another technical foul. 2 free throws down the hatch. It's a 4-point game. And another double technical, actually. That's what the call was. Hits 2 of the 4 on the double technical. JMJ leading by 4, 47-43, 25 seconds is the official time. JMJ will have the ball inbounding from the sideline. They look to Rooks again. A lot of contact very early on. Not trying to foul yet. 4 seconds taken off the clock, and that will be a 1-and-1 for Rooks. cashes in the first, extends the lead to 5. The Young Guns, once again, a first-half team, dominating in the first half, having a lead. And then as soon as that final minute starts to count down in the first half, it seems like the drain starting to be emptied. Alfara has to give it up. And it's 49-43. And Perkins continuing to shoot from the outside despite the low percentage. With 10 seconds, needing 5 points, 6 points rather, nearly out of reach, but we'll see what the Young Guns can do with the opportunity. Inbound, need a quick shot. Taking too long to get it off. Alfara off mark on the deep three. Rooks rebound, and with 2 seconds, the game will end there. 49-43, JMJ holds on over the Young Guns. You've been watching March Mayhem on NorCal Sports TV.